Welcome back to Mountain Murders. I'm Heather.
And I'm Dylan.
Are you sure?
I'm certain.
I'm going to need you to produce some form of identification to let me know.
Can you give me a few days to get all that together?
No.
I'm not good at record keeping.
No. Yeah, you're really not.
No, I'm not detail-oriented.
This is why we work together well as a team, I think.
Yeah.
Because that's more of like my strong suit.
Yeah.
Is being more organized and on top of things and the details. And you're a little bit of a procrastinator.
What's my strong suit?
Well, you're like a go-getter in other ways.
Yeah.
Like you're a little worker bee.
Okay. I can take that.
So if I assign you tasks, that you get them completed, right? But I just can't trust you to like remember to do things.
Early on, you made me list of things to do that day, right?
Well, I'm kind of a taskmaster.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah, you would leave me and be like, you need to, and it was important things at the time, and you need to do this, this, and this
You've
today.
told me before I'm a little bossy.
No, but that's okay. That's what I need in my life.
You need a leader?
I need some direction.
So are you saying that I'm like the alpha in this relationship?
Maybe in some parts of it.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm an alpha in other parts.
You like to think you are.
Oh, it's a mind fuck. Get out of my brain.
I'm sitting here. I often think about when I listen to podcasts, especially like the really like professionally produced podcasts, how they're probably sitting in some like awesome studio and this is their job. They're getting paid to do this. You know, they work for some big company, right? I mean, I'm like sitting here in like my yoga pants and a sports bra, and I want to be like, what you staring at my gut for? I got this like a roll bulging out.
Well, that's the advantage we have.
It's pretty seductive. I'm just going to say.
Not being rich and having nice equipment and a studio, because that's stuffy. This is guerrilla podcasting, baby.
This is like pirate podcasting?
Yes.
Yarr. Like I'm going to wear an eye patch and my pajamas while we talk about cases.
That's exactly it. Well, you have done that before.
Yes, we have. Well, this is a really interesting case, and I've heard of this before. It's fascinated me because much like the story of Blair Adams, the details and just the story itself is shrouded in mystery.
Yeah, those are good sometimes to dig into one like that.
I think so.
Yeah.
I want to share this with you guys because I do find it so fascinating and it does leave so many questions. I think this will give us a good opportunity to like kind of play detective a little bit.
I already have questions. Like, what the hell is this case about?
Oh my gosh, let's get started. You want to get started?
Yeah, I want to.
We're going to take it back to February 3rd, 1972.
Okay, that was 6 years before I crawled out of my mama.
Fluff up your sideburns.
Okay.
Okay. Tie your ascot.
And get like a big collar.
I've got my bell bottoms on. I'm ready. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready now.
Okay. The Durham family lived in Boone, North Carolina for about a year and a half. Bryce Durham was 51 years old. He's the family patriarch, and he came from Wilkes County. That's where he was born and raised. He had moved to Mount Airy to work in the car loan business, eventually moving to Boone to open up his own Buick dealership. Typical all-American success story.
He done made it.
Yeah. You know, you work hard all your life, you got a goal. Starts out just doing car loans, and the next thing you know, opens up a big, nice Buick dealership.
It's the American dream right there when you could still achieve it.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, Boone's a nice area. Have you been up to Boone before?
Oh, it's beautiful. I love it up there.
Of course, a lot of people know Boone. It's really known for its skiing.
Yep.
A lot of skiing up there. And then, of course, Appalachian State University.
Yep, go App State.
Go Mountaineers.
Oh, yeah.
I went to Western Carolina University, and Western and App are big rivals.
Right, they have to be, don't they?
And so they every year would have like the fight for the jug, like a moonshine jug.
Hey,
it's the mountains. And so every year it was like the battle of like who's going to get the jug.
Wonder how many walks of shame would happen after the jug bowl. A lot.
A lot of fun there. They live up in Boone. They've got this car dealership. It's been open for about a year and a half. Things seem to be going well for this family. On this particular February evening, again, it's February 3rd, snow had been pouring down. The Rotary Club had a meeting at Appalachian Ski Mountain in Blowing Rock. There were some Green Berets in town who were doing some training, and they were set to come to the meeting. They were going to do like a bit of a demonstration for the club.
We'll kill somebody with their pinky?
Maybe. Probably just, maybe do some hand-to-hand kind of techniques, So the Rotary Club was excited to have these guests come in, do this demonstration. It was definitely something out of the ordinary.
Well, that's back when the Green Berets had like a mystique around them, It was
right.
like, ooh, it's a Green Beret,
Yeah.
You didn't hear about all these others. You just heard about Green Berets, really, and maybe an Army Ranger.
Very cool, right?
Yeah.
Well, the weather was so treacherous, and only a few members, they say maybe around a dozen, showed up for this Rotary meeting. Bryce was described as the kind of person who loathed missing out on special events that were scheduled by his Rotary Club. He was a really active part of this club and never wanted to miss a meeting, never wanted to miss any of the events, outings that they had planned.
What the hell do Rotary clubs do? I've always wondered that. Is it just like a community thing?
Yeah, okay, so I'll give you a little background if you don't know what Rotary Club is. The Rotarians are a civic organization. Anyone can join. I think you go, maybe to a meeting. Typically, they I think, for you to be invited by a member, but not necessarily. I mean, if you're interested, you can just show up to a meeting. There is kind of a process to, getting into the group. You do pay a membership fee, but they do a lot of good in the community. Our local Rotary Club, they raise money, they redo parks.
Wow.
At schools, they redo community parks, they plant community gardens, they do scholarships, they usually have a Rotary Student of the Month. These kids are eligible for a scholarship. I mean, they do a lot of good. And they're also known for trying to eradicate polio in the world.
Oh, well, that's
so a lot of
cause.
The money that they raise has gone overseas to do vaccinations and to research on polio, and they raise money for Alzheimer's.
So it's just like a community activism group
it is,
that anybody can join.
A lot of business professional types
okay.
that are part of it, and it's a social club too.
So it's like the Moose Lodge minus the alcohol and old sour ass people.
Right.
Okay. I'm with you now.
Bryce really loved being part of the Rotary Club.
Okay, so he's all in it.
He's a business owner in town. It's probably a good way for him to network. He loved going to the meetings. He liked socializing. He liked being involved in the community.
So Bryce isn't going to miss this damn thing.
Hell no. He wanted to go see these Green Berets. And I mean, come on, who wouldn't? It's the 70s. Green Berets are cool.
G.I. Joe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome dudes, and he wants to go check them out. The demonstration was inevitably cut short because of this impending blizzard. The meeting was let out early. Wah, wah, disappointment.
Yeah, but them guys should not ever worry about weather. They're Green Berets.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I guess they're worried about the Rotarians.
They're still, yeah.
We know those Green Berets could probably fashion themselves a snowmobile out of a spoon and a magnet. I mean, I don't know.
I bet you're right. It was the damn Rotarians that cut it short. Yeah.
Well, and we're talking about Boone, and I mean, we live here in the mountains too, but Boone is a much higher elevation.
It was that northeast of us, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And they definitely get much more snow than we do.
This entire region got a lot more snow back then.
Well, yeah,
so
definitely.
I bet Boone got huge.
But this area in particular, when they get a snowstorm, it's not it's a dusting.
No, and it's
I mean, they get big snowstorms. That's why skiing is so popular there.
Steep mountain roads.
Well, that's the other part of it is,
yeah.
Even if it's a blizzard condition, they also have to battle these steep mountain roads, treacherous 2-lane wrapping around 5,000 foot elevation mountain. I mean, so you got to be careful in this kind of weather.
You do right quick. You see people from the north or out Midwest where they get these huge snows, make you only got a little bit of snow, and but these roads in this area is completely different.
Yeah, we get
than a place that's blocked out and flat. And once you can take any car and get out on a snowy road and flat, but wide open, and have a little easier time than you can on these curvy mountain roads that some of them are only 6 foot wide lanes.
Well, right. Outsiders tend to kind of poke fun at us a little bit.
Right.
They'll cancel school here.
Yeah.
And there's,
roads get treacherous.
Just a dusting of snow, that kind of thing. Up in Michigan, we get 5 feet of snow and it's no big deal. But yeah, people don't understand what driving in the mountains can be like.
Yep. All the little windy, curvy, especially once you get off the main roads.
Yeah. I mean, I'm a pretty confident snow driver for the most part, but you never know. There's the icy patches, and there's a few kind of mountainous areas here on the highway that
freeze over instantly.
Oh, yeah.
Balsam.
People don't understand how dangerous and it looks fine, and you start climbing it, and people are sliding off into ditches. There's accidents. I mean, it's like a damn free-for-all.
Take much here for if you don't have a 4-wheel drive and know how to drive it, you better not get on the road.
You're fucked. Better stay home.
That's right. Stay home.
Yeah. They call off this meeting because this blizzard's coming in, snow's pouring down. It's getting tricky out there. A fellow Rotarian followed Bryce back to the modern Buick Pontiac dealership, which was on East King Street in Boone. Kind of followed him down there, I guess, just to make sure Bryce made it back okay. And also just kind of sticking together because, hey, the roads are bad. If one of us has an accident, this is pre-cell phone days. I'll pull you out. I can help you. We'll go get help. That kind of thing. So they, had this plan of like, they'll kind of stick together until they get back into town. When Bryce gets there, his wife, Virginia, she's 44 years old. So she's a good 9 years or so younger than Bryce. She's still working at the dealership. This was around 8:30 p.m. Their son, 19-year-old Bobby Joe, was a student at Appalachian State University, and he was meeting them at the dealership as well. He had planned to ride home with them because of the weather. And from what I understand, he was actually going to go meet a friend, and they were going to go to like a basketball game on campus. But his parents, swayed him from doing that. They were like, we don't want you to go. The roads are going to be bad. We don't want you out driving around. We want to all get home safely. Cancel with your friend. Come meet us. We'll all ride together. Part of that was because Bryce had an employee gas up a GMC Jimmy, which apparently had just arrived to the lot. It was like the brand new vehicle.
Oh my God, I want that. I want it now.
And it's like the brand new 4-wheel drive, kind of flashy
He
truck.
probably wanted to try it out in the snow,
Probably. So he had one of his employees gas that up. He planned to drive his family home in the snowstorm in this SUV, essentially. The Durham family lived up a really steep but short road, and it was a dead end. And it was right off of North Carolina Highway 105. Not a very long driveway or drive up to the house, but it was just such a steep drive to get up there. Neighbors actually heard the vehicle go up the hill around 9 p.m. Because it was so steep. The neighbors were like, yeah, we could hear it outside because, of course, it's spinning and making a lot of noise. They're kind of sliding and struggling to get up this hill, and Bryce was not going to let this vehicle in the snow defeat him.
He's in his brand new 4-wheel drive that he's selling.
We're getting up this hill, right? Yeah. So he's like, probably giving it a couple of tries, trying to get up this. So the neighbors hear this. They note the time because the 9 o'clock movie was coming on television.
That's how it used to work.
Yeah.
You had to wait.
Before we had all those streaming channels and stuff, you had to wait for the 9 o'clock movie.
And you'd be happy as hell if it was something you wanted to watch, too.
Right. Like, I remember on Sunday evenings, when I was a kid, and of course this was like in the 80s and early 90s, the Disney movie on Sunday.
Oh,
it was like 7 o'clock on Sunday night. They would show a Disney movie.
Where it'd do like the classic castle thing. Oh, yeah. You know when that music played? Yeah. Oh, you was about to be happy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You were really lucky if it was like one of the classic cartoons.
Oh, yeah, but sometimes it'd be that weird, like, they did a lot of stuff with the animals, like
yeah, I was
weird
gonna say, I remember this one that I never liked, but I had friends who thought it was a great film, and I can't remember the exact title of it. The girl's name was like Natty something, and she had a dog that was like a wolf dog, and she's like on a train, like boxcar hoboing with this wolf dog or something.
Isn't that like
I just remember that was one that they played quite a bit.
Yeah.
And I'd always be like, oh, like disappointed when it was that movie.
Yeah.
Because I was like, no, I want Cinderella. I want Snow White.
You never knew, but when it was something awesome, you were very happy.
Exactly. So 9 o'clock movie coming on television. The neighbors can hear this struggle of this vehicle trying to get up the driveway. They're getting ready to watch the movie, so they're like, okay, it's 9 o'clock. The Durham family must have made it home safely because the living room showed that they were likely sitting around, maybe eating a snack together, TV on, there's food kind of out. From what I read, there was like a half-roasted chicken, like out on the counter. They've got cups and drinks, snacks.
So yeah, they got home a little late. It's snowy. It's cold out. Yeah, that's what I would do. Have some nice food and
just chill,
hang out,
ride
some
out
chill
the storm,
time.
Hope that the weather doesn't cause a power outage.
And then me telling everybody who came and looked at the Jimmy at the dealership of how I got up my steep drive.
Exactly, right? And I'm thinking, like, Virginia probably went in the house, immediately starts, like, gathering candles and things. That's what I do when it starts to snow. It's a bad storm, is that I sort of go collect all the candles and flashlights and kind of keep them